All right, let's check out the sound. That sounds good. Oh, we're clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of Lee Street. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, as a spiritual healer, what I do is that I help people to become mentally and emotionally balanced. Now, on this channel, I focus a lot more on certain quotes or, wise saying, as I like to call them, and because in the power of the word, as I came to understand, came to see it, what makes our words very powerful, it isn't necessarily just the meaning in those words, but it's also how those words are being said. Because the how anything is being said, or especially words are being said, it triggers something in us. It allows us to reflect on whatever the topic is. you know um Another way of saying this, it's not the power of poetry, if we want to put it, let's say it this way. The power of poetry, it's not necessarily on what is being said, but it's how it's being said. Now, with that in mind, that's why those fully loaded saying or statements or quotes are powerful, because they allow you to enhance your consciousness. So the first thing is how it's being said, so it allows you to reflect. In addition to that, those statements are fully loaded with wisdom. So now it also allow you to retain certain information without you having to go through whatever you got to go through. For instance, you don't have to be a farmer for you to understand, nigga, you reap what you sow. Or, if you plant mango, you're not gonna get papaya. So without you having to act physically plant these things, just by the way it's being said, it allows you not only to reflect, but also to increase your consciousness. And that's the power of the words, but in addition to that, of those sayings. So they are fully packed with wisdom. And in addition to that, just so you guys know, all of those quotes are going to be wisdom. I mean, they are going to be, they're not obviously wisdom, but they're going to come from different sources, because wisdom is wisdom regardless of where it comes from. Another way of showing you or telling you that you could learn from anything at any given time from different sources. And that's the reason why you don't want to put yourself in a box, because you would be missing it's a missing opportunity for you to grow, and for us to find our sanity in this realm, is we are to be forever evolving and changing. But anyway, essentially that's what we do here. Obviously certain quotes, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. There go another one to let you know, once you get it, there's nothing else I need to tell you, because you got it. But how it's being said, that allows you to reflect on it. But most importantly, too, those are um, not only fully loaded statement, but those are statements that you should embody. In fact, the saying that we're going to be talking about is going to explain a lot of that. But in addition of it too, is I got it from Islam, because just like I was talking about, wisdom is wisdom regardless where it comes from. But anyway, with no further ado, as you see in the title, if you want to focus more in Allah in your prayers, focus more on Him outside of your prayers. Oh my God, that is well said. It couldn't be said any other way. And what this is pretty much telling you is that, again, like I always tell people, the words got to be made flesh. To say Jesus and not living your life as Jesus, just talk about Jesus means nothing. But living your life as Him, is everything. So again, this is also showing you it's not so much of what we say, but it's what we do. So again, the word's got to be made flesh. Your divinity, you have to materialize your divinity. It's got to be shown. You got to make it palpable. And that's the whole saying behind, being a God walking amongst men, meaning now that God or attaining God's head, it has to materialize. So it's not so much of what you're saying all the time, but it's how are you living that. So being a man of God, or or for lack of better terms, we're just gonna leave it there. But being for a man of God, it's not in what you say, it's in what you do. Because by you focusing more, outside of your prayers, this is you integrating Allah more into your life. In other words, you are materializing Allah. You know what I'm saying? Akbar, nigga. More into your life. So again, that was the quote of the day, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. But most importantly, this is what it comes down to in everything that we do. It all comes down to the practicality of everything that we do. That's what doing the work here, is pretty much all about. So we're gonna leave it there. You already know it's nothing but love. I sent Ali.